What is up, world? Welcome back. Charge the Game podcast, and my Philadelphia Eagles are 4-0. That is right. My Eagles. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I expected a few losses by now, just because I know that everyone is going to give us their best shot. We are the reigning Super Bowl champions, and this team just continues to amaze me, makes me super, super proud to wear this Kelly green on any given Sunday, really any given day during the week, because if you've been watching my last few videos, I've been wearing this shirt. I don't know. It feels right. It feels like it's good luck. And we're going to talk about today's win. Most importantly, guys, we're going to talk about A.J. Brown, man. If the writing was on the wall and more clear by the day, I would say that the Eagles most likely will be moving on from A.J. Brown. And I'm going to tell you guys this. First off, A.J. Brown is my favorite Eagles player. He is one of the best receivers I've ever seen. Terrell Owens is my favorite wide receiver. The Eagles' Terrell Owens. And just like A.J. Brown, the Eagles' A.J. Brown is one of my favorite wide receivers of all time already, guys. And you know what? What we are dealing with the Eagles is just too much talent. Okay, I know that's a good problem to have, but only when you're going to have people that don't mind sacrificing, which we know, guys. A.J. Brown he's a wide receiver. That's a diva position, but A.J. Brown wants a gold jacket. He wants a Hall of Fame moment. He wants a bust, and I cannot blame him, guys. That's why I see this thing. I see it from A.J.'s perspective, and I see it from the team's perspective. And if you guys know anything about A.J. Brown and the whole Jalen Hurts situation, there has been a lot of inside locker room stuff, obviously, guys, that has happened that has not leaked, but we all have heard rumors, reports of whatever happened between Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown is just kind of not repairable at this moment, right? But what I admire about A.J. Brown is he's more mature than Terrell Owens, and Jalen Hurts is more mature than Donovan McNabb, because you don't have to like each other to get along. You don't. Today's game was a perfect example of that. We put belt to you know what very early in this Tampa Bay Bucaneers game, and we know that the Bucs always have our number. We know this, but it's something about the Eagles. That blue collar town, we like to fight. We like to have a pound for pound type of fist fight when it comes to these football games. And we got out very early. Sidney Brown with the block punt in the return for 6 was amazing. We did the same thing last game. Jordan Davis and Carter blew up the hole, and we got the block. And from there, guys, it was just maintain the league. A.J. Brown has not been getting the ball, guys, besides that Rams game when he went off. And I understand his frustration. I really, really do. But what do you do when you have a recipe that works, but you also have a player that demands the ball? And that is why I say, guys, it is too much talent. And you saw the frustration I seen when Jalen Hurts would scramble or run because he had obviously defenders in his face. There were times A.J. Brown was wide open, or times that A.J. Brown was double covered and still want the ball. And I saw where one of the plays where Jalen Hurts threw the ball and A.J. Brown was just frustrated. You can see it right away. And this is where I have to give A.J. Brown his kudos, because it's only so much you can do. You're going out there, you're blocking, and you're not really being unleashed. You heard what A.J. Brown say the last game: let your killers kill. A.J. Brown views himself as somebody that is a dominant specimen, somebody that can dominate DBs. He even said it. He does not care. I'm not going to say he doesn't care, but once he got a Super Bowl ring, it wasn't what he thought it was going to be. He says that he really enjoys the hunt. He really enjoys destroying cornerbacks, because sometimes, guys, it's more about the journey than the award. You get more fun in battle than you do in the victory. And I get that. I really, really do. But AJ Brown, guys, when I saw this tweet, I'm gonna pull it up. If you're not welcome, guys, this is AJ Brown on X, formerly known as Twitter, which is obviously going viral right now. I imagine that this is going to be on a lot of the sports shows tomorrow. If you're not welcomed, not listened to, quietly withdraw. Don't make a scene. Shrug your shoulders and be on your way. I don't know if this is from Inner Excellence. I happen to be somebody that bought that book simply because I saw AJ Brown buy it. I don't know where this quote is from, guys, but obviously, AJ Brown, 1K always open, is not a happy camper within the Eagles organization. He's not. And I believe, guys, it has been that way for a while. Even last year when they won the Super Bowl, AJ Brown just was not happy. He had his moments, guys, but we have a specific type of offense. We have so much star power. The running back tandem with A.J. Dillon and Saquon Barkley. We know the season Saquon Barkley had last year. I think that they are watching his touches because they probably want to unleash him in the playoffs or towards the end of the season or midway, guys. So they're picking and choosing how they're using Saquon Barkley. But then you got Devontae Smith, a guy that really doesn't complain, just shows up and do his job. Dallas Goedert, same thing. And Jalen Hurts, who A.J. Brown is not fond of. Jalen Hurts is going to do whatever he has to do to win the game. He has said this, and that's one thing that used to frustrate me with Jalen Hurts. He would not throw A.J. Brown the ball when I wanted to see A.J. Brown ball out. But I respect Jalen Hurts because no matter how big, bad, and tough you may think you are, he's going to do whatever he has to do to protect the team and to get the W. So he's not going to be a quarterback that's forcing the ball to his diva wide receiver because he's having an attitude when the Eagles are literally showing everybody the blueprint on what works. And they are currently sitting at 4-0. 4-0. Some of these games look like struggle games, but the Eagles just have this certain cohesiveness and they get it done. They work together, and so does A.J. Brown. I'm not going to take this from him, but when you're out there on the field like this, guys, A.J. Brown has his Super Bowl ring. At this point now, he wants to build his resume, which is probably why we hear the rumblings and the rumors of him joining the Patriots, because we know that he was under Mike Vrabel. And Mike Vrabel is obviously, guys, the ex-head coach of Tennessee where AJ used to play, and now he's at the Patriots. And the Patriots is what? AJ Brown's favorite football team. He wanted to get drafted there. And I think that in a weird way, they're preserving AJ Brown as well to keep him, healthy. And when the time comes, if he needs to be traded, then they're going to deal him. I personally don't want to see AJ Brown go. I don't want to see this at all. But Philly has this thing where they will take care of their players. The guy has showed up. As much of a diva as he was at moments, he's a lot better. It's not easy going out there getting paid all of this money to be, out there on the field as a decoy. I mean, you got family. He has family in the stands too. He has his kids, his beautiful fiance. I think that they probably would like to see their dad touch the ball and, not just be out there blocking and being boring, right? And he loves the game. So I do see it both ways, but I do feel like this is going to be something, guys, that messes up the locker room, because AJ Brown has to realize that, man, when you're winning the way you're winning, I get it. You want to touch the ball, but you are going to have those games where you can do that because you had it with the Rams. But if there isn't a need and you're taking away coverage and allowing other receivers to get open and allowing Jalen Hurts to make plays, then you still are making impact. You still are. You may not like your role right now, but at the end of the day, you are a highly paid wide receiver, a number one, and in the top 5, at least across this league. And you're going to have games where you're not going to be utilized, but you're still going to have impact. And that's why I love Devontae Smith. He's just a hardworking guy, shows up, and he takes some brutal hits, gets back up, and does what he has to do for the team. Saquon the same way, Dallas Goedert the same way, Jalen Hurts the same way. And it's always going to be that one, obviously, bad apple that spoils it for the bunch. And I don't know how long A.J. Brown is going to continue to hold off before he starts to slowly explode, guys. And so let's get into some of these comments where it says, this is lame. I love AJ, but he knows damn well what is going to come from the subliminal shit. I get you want the ball and agree they need to get you the ball, but you're 4-0 coming off a Super Bowl win. For someone who hates when the media twist your words, how does posting this help? I agree. I have no rebuttal to this, guys, because it's simply the truth. As a diehard Eagles fan, we want you out here. Request a trade to the Giants and get it over with. That's funny. I'm sorry you had to deal with all this winning. I'm sure you'd be much happier getting passes from Drake May, who plays on the Patriots, with a 6-11 record, as long as you get your 1,511 TDs. And that's a sad reality, man. With these wide receivers, that they want to be important. Win, lose, or draw, they want to have impact on the game. That's because you run more than 10 yards down the field. Hurts can't throw that. What about the drive at the end of the fourth where all 3 passes went your way and you couldn't get open for any of them? Again, guys, he's going to be heavily covered because he's who? He's A.J. Brown. Sorry, Hurts stinks, bro. We looking for a wide receiver 1, though, now. Oh, my goodness, man. A.J., man, you had 9 targets and we are 4-0. Sorry you're dealing with this. Any other QB would be getting you the ball. And that's true because they'll feel that pressure. And guys, Jalen Hurts, this is the quote he told Chris Jones, the Chiefs player. We won the effing game. Shut your ass up. And obviously, guys, that's the move. But Jalen Hurts isn't an elite quarterback. He doesn't really throw across the middle like that. In my opinion, A.J. Brown does good coming out of those slant routes. And that's when he gets a lot of yards after the catch. Maybe they can mix some of those in there. But again, guys, you have to play the game based off of the moment, right? You probably weren't expecting Sidney Brown to score somewhat of a block punt and then return it for 6 points. And I like the back-to-back easy scoring plays. Jalen Hurts to Dallas Goedert. It was real quick. That's really one of those Patrick Mahomes plays too, guys. We got that from your playbook. Appreciate that. Guys, like in A.J. Brown, he's seeing all the success and he's not part of this. So this is why I think now more than ever that A.J. Brown will be traded from the Eagles. Even though we don't want this, we want A.J. Brown to be happy. So I sense, unless there's some drastic change, he will be dealt because Jalen Hurts is bent on winning by any means necessary. The guy's mentored by Michael Jordan. You don't think that Michael Jordan, Donovan McNabb, Cunningham, all of these people that Jalen Hurts look up to are literally telling him, hey, man, F that wide receiver stuff. That's how I messed up. Donovan McNabb mainly probably said this, trying to get Terrell Owens the ball, and it caused a lot of friction. And then Michael Jordan, who obviously is regarded as one of the greatest ever. Maybe Jalen Hurts wants to listen to those people. He even met with Michael Jordan this summer to ask him, what is your advice on repeating as a champion? So you have to understand that Jalen Hurts is on a mission as well. And A.J. Brown, he may not be on that same mission because as a wide receiver, you still want your stats. And I completely understand that. And if we do have to deal A.J. Brown, then it is what it is. You guys let me know what y'all think about this whole A.J. Brown cryptic tweet. I assume that most sports shows are going to talk about this. Let me know in the comment section like you often do, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.